Hey, what's up? I went to the LA Auto Show, and all I got was a cold and a t-shirt. So this year at the LA Auto Show, there wasn't a whole lot of amazing electric vehicle news, but we did have some cool stuff last year, like when Fisker was showing off their new vehicle, and they also headed for production. GM made some bold claims, but we'll have to wait and see if they actually come to pass. As far as electric vehicle news goes this year, Hyundai was really the winner, but the winner by default.
Well,
Hyundai.
I guess you're the winner by default. Woohoo!
Hyundai publicly debuted their Ioniq 6, an efficient sedan they're calling a streamliner. It's a really neat car. We have an entire video where we already checked it out. You can check out the link in the description. In line with that, Genesis was showing off a convertible concept car that will likely be electric. I think if it gets to production, it would be super dope. Maybe Genesis has some internal memos they need to send because the designer of the car wasn't going all in on the idea of electrification. Do you have a whole lot to say about the options in electric that Genesis is exploring?
Well, we don't talk in details about this car yet in terms of the performance and everything. We're working on this. This will come with the time. At the moment, we're showing the search for an icon for the brand, and this is one of the possibilities.
Also, Vinfast had some big presence at the show, but the only new thing was some additional details on the cars that they had debuted almost 1 year ago. I was grilling their marketing team about their battery rental plan, and they just kind of gave me the runaround. If you want to hear all the baffling details of the announced battery plan from Vinfast, you can check out a link in the description with a time code. Also, there was a few concept cars at the show, but it's kind of hard to get excited about them. We got to see the electric Dodge Charger concept, which was first shown in August. Toyota showed off a new electric crossover, but it's hard to get excited for Toyota electric vehicles. We made a whole entire video on that subject. You can find a link below the like button. GM had their new electric vehicles that we have seen before, like the upcoming Silverado EV, the Equinox EV, and the Blazer EV. Unfortunately, we didn't get a whole lot of additional details at the show, but we did find a fan of Electrek. You'll be hearing from him at the end. Subaru had a really cool booth, but didn't have any EV news. Ford showed off the Mach-E, which I guess is okay. Polestar had a booth, but we couldn't find anyone that works for Polestar at the booth. And Volvo was even more embarrassing because it was actually run by a
Volvo dealer. Galpin Volvo is here, but Volvo Cars doesn't seem to be here, so we're not going to get any look at the EX90.
Kia also didn't have anything new for electric other than the EV6 GT version, but unfortunately they didn't seem all that excited about it. Volkswagen had the ID Buzz, but it's the same one that we've been seeing for years now. It's still the European specifications with the shorter wheelbase, so we don't have the American version to show still. Honda was true to form, and they showed off their Prologue EV in the form of graphics at their booth. So Honda gets a D- for effort. Nissan was off to an amusing start because they brought their Leaf to the show. Yep, it's the same old car with 12-year-old technology, including a CHAdeMO charger. But Nissan won me over with their reckless attempt at modern nostalgia, putting a vehicle wrap on their otherwise bland electric crossover called the Ariya. Not a bad car, by the way. I got to drive one back in March. From the smaller companies, Electrica Mechanica was there. Seems like they're doing all right. Despite my interrogation, nobody had publicly admitted that they are copying the Corbin Sparrow. It's long dead, so, I mean, no harm, no foul, I suppose. Indy was at the show with their Gamers EV. I got to check out the car initially back in January, but they did give me a t-shirt, and I'm going to be rocking this on the daily podcast show. If you or somebody who knows on the marketing team for an electric car company, hit me up. So that's pretty much it, guys. Thanks for watching. I'm going to give it up to our super fan to sign us out.
Hey everybody, you gotta like, subscribe, and comment to Electric News!
We saw some stuff, but there's always next year, and we made a great friendship.
And that's the real treasure. Friends you made along the way.